And I'm back. Alright, so hopefully you're all going to come back and join me. Let me just find myself on my page again. So that was fun, wasn't it? What did you do during that commercial break? Did you go to the toilet? Did you go and make a cuppa? You sit there and laugh at me and shake your head and go, this woman is crazy? Or all of the above? Right, I just got my... Alright, hello again, Christy. Glad someone stayed with me. Alright. So, this is the card. I'm going to try and zoom in a little bit so that you can actually see that card a little bit better. I don't know if I can in the video. I can't. Oh, that's a real bummer. Bummer. Alright. So, watercolour technique, no line watercolouring. Now, if I hold that up, and I have to wait, I'm sorry, for my iPad to catch up so that I can see that I actually have this in view. So, waiting. Oh, my Desi. I can't even talk. Messy. Alright, so can you see that? There's very little of the outline. You can see where I have stamped this image. There's a fine line in getting the right amount of ink on your stamp for this type of stamping. Let me move the light a little bit so you can see a bit better. If you do it too dark, you are going to see the lines, and the idea is to not have a defined line around your image, so it looks more of a flow, water flow type effect. If you have the ink too light though, you can't see the actual image and you don't know where to colour. So there's a very fine line in getting that balance right. When I stamped this image, I had some that was really light, like here, and it's really not defined well. And other places where it was a little bit too dark, like on here and some of the leaves down here, were just a little bit dark, and I wasn't happy with that. So I'm sure it's trial and error and practice, and you will perfect the technique. This is like only the second time that I've done this. So I'm learning along with you guys, but it's always fun to learn new things. So hello Sandy, back again. Good morning Chrissy, you made it home to watch me. Good job. Alright, so I'm using the Blended Seasons stamp set for this card and this demonstration today. And this is the limited edition stamp set that's only available for August. So it's not sold out yet. Still have time to get it. Fantastic stamp set. Covers lots of different occasions and goes throughout the year. And if you wanted a class on this, I've actually got a class that will send you by mail. So what that is you'll get the project kits and the tutorials, the instructions and videos for the different cards. And there's 5 cards that I've made in this class. And I will have a dedicated website where all the tutorials are and where all the videos are. And you'll have access to that lifelong. Alright, so that's the stamp set. It comes with the gorgeous framelits, and then there's the watercolor assortment, new watercolor assortment as well. If you're interested in the class, I have a complete kit class which contains the stamp set, the framelits and the watercolor pencils, and that is $150.95. So the whole bundle is only like $20 less than what I'm charging. So my $20 charge on top is covering my time and the products I use, like the kit products, your papers and your cardstock, and my time creating the projects, making the videos and typing up the tutorials and postage. So I don't charge an exorbitant amount on top of what the actual product is. So it's a great valued class. Then I have the bundle kit, which just contains the stamp set and the matching framelits, and that's $128.95. And then there's another class which is just the stamps, and that's $83.95. So lots of great options for you. There's also add-ons, so you can add on the framelits, you can add on the watercolor pencils, you can add on watercolor paper, and you can add on aqua painters. So I'll put the link below on this video to get all the details for those classes and to sign up. So anyway, now I've done my little shameless little plug there. Let's move on to creating. So I'm using this large flower. Yes, Sandy, it is a beautiful kit. A beautiful, sorry, stamp set. Oops, put the stamp the right way in a roll. See? Holidays. Done my head in, tell you what. For the best effect on watercolouring, you want to use the watercolour paper, okay? You can still watercolour on our Whisper White or any of our other coloured papers, but it's not designed to take a lot of water. Our watercolour paper is designed to take a lot of water. The only issue you have on watercolour paper is that it's slightly textured, so sometimes you don't get a full and complete image when you stamp. But that doesn't really matter for this exercise. Hi Ray, how are you? Back again. Alright, so this technique works best if you use Sahara Sand ink. I don't know why, it's just ink that works best. Crumb Cake is a little bit too dark. Any other browns are too dark. I haven't tried it with a grey yet, like our new grey, what's it called? Grey Granite. It may work with Grey Granite. But what you want is a fairly neutral colour and not a dark colour. So Sahara Sand seems to work really well. All you do is ink up your stamp as per normal. Now with a large stamp like this, I like to go ink pad to stamp rather than stamp to ink pad, so I can see easily that I have it all inked because it is bigger than the ink pad, so it's easy to miss places if you go stamp to ink pad. Just a nice little tip for you there. Right, now I'm going to stamp this off. You can see I've used this scratch paper when I was actually making this card, and I've stamped it off several times until I get quite a light shade. So I've done once, twice, and should I risk it for 3? Yes, I'm going to risk it for 3 because there's 2 sides to the watercolor paper. Now that I've done that and I've got it, I can see it's really light in the middle, I'm going to stamp it onto our watercolor paper. Now I am going to hold it for a little while so that the ink has time to absorb into the paper. So has everyone seen my product of the week this week? It's a fantastic Simply Chamois. Oh my god, it's the best thing ever. After the Big Shot, this is your, and the trimmer, this is your must-have tool. It is amazing. Right, hopefully that ink has transferred. Alright, so you can see on my image here, I do have some dark areas, and then I have some light in the middle, and that is a little bit darker than what I wanted. And because there's 2 sides to this paper, I'm going to turn it over and see if I can get something better on this side that's not too pale in the middle, so I can still see it. Now I know it's really hard to see on camera how pale it is and the detail, because I can't zoom in, unfortunately, which is a bit of a fault for Facebook Live. Alright, so there's another one. Now that I think is too pale because I can't see any detail in the middle. So we're going to colour this side. These are a little bit dark, but I might be able to wash them out a little bit. Alright, so that's it. We've done with our stamping. Now, before I start colouring, wanted to show you this Simply Chamois. It's my product of the week, and it is amazing. I store mine in a wood mount stamp case. It fits perfectly in the clear mount stamp cases, which are the thinner ones. But the reason I have mine in a thicker one is because I like to keep a spritzer in there with it, so that when it does start to dry out, I can quickly just spritz it and then carry on. Now you'll see it looks disgustingly dirty, right? I've had it for quite a few months now, and it is brilliant. You just spritz it with water and then wipe your stamps on it. Now with mine, because it's in the double stamp case, I do find that the edges get in the way. So I just move it sort of to the center, hold it, and then just wipe my stamp, and then my stamp is clean. Now, it's really good for photopolymer because that's it, you don't need to do anything else. But with your red rubber stamps, I still suggest that every so often you use our Stampin' Mist to clean it, because the Stampin' Mist has a stamp conditioner in it as well, and that will keep your red rubber really nice and subtle and won't let it dry out and crack. I've never had a Stampin' Up stamp in all the years crack because it's dried out, but I'm not going to take any risks, and still going to use the Stampin' Mist every so often just to give them a refresh and make sure that they are not going to have any problems. Okay, so there is our cleaned stamp. Now, that ink that's on here, and you will accumulate ink in the middle, it's just natural. When you go to use it, you're going to just go to the middle. That's what everyone's going to do. That ink on there will not transfer off onto your stamps, okay? So it's quite safe to get it black and it won't have a problem. I haven't cleaned mine yet. I don't know how easy they are to clean. I've read that you can just rinse them out in warm water and it will come up nice and clean. I don't know. I've never tried. So it doesn't worry me because the ink doesn't transfer off, so why would I bother? And then here I go, just my little spritzer. Now my spritzer's got an issue and I have to keep undoing it every time I want to squirt. So you just simply, this spritzer, I have to get another one. Alright, and you just spritz it to make it damp again. Don't have it really, really wet, just have it damp. So my special of the week is every order placed this week that is over $70 before postage and handling will get a free chamois, and they're worth $14, so that's a really good extra bonus. So look for the chamois, get your orders in and get your free one. They are fabulous. Once you've got one, you'll wonder whatever you did before. Right, on to our project. I'm using the Assortment 2 watercolour pencils because it has this gorgeous balmy blue in it. I love this blue. It is gorgeous. So I'm just going to use balmy blue for the flowers, crushed curry for the centres, and then I'm going to do granny apple green for the leaves. I love granny apple green. This one I think I've used garden green, which is the other darker green in the pack. I'm going to use granny apple this time. When you're watercolouring, all right, they will come nice and pointy. You want to work that point down on your scrap paper to get a nice angled edge that you can colour with. Good morning, Wurge. Nice to have you here. Right, and then all I'm going to do is lightly colour each of the petals. So this is not really a hard technique. The magic of it is how much ink you have on your stamp when you stamp, as to sort of the lines that you will see around the edge. See, I'm not being very careful with this. I am just literally doing a really quick colour. And it doesn't matter how you colour, whether you colour in circles or stripes. You just need to get the colour on. And with watercolouring anyway, it's not a exact science sort of technique. So everyone does it differently. Lots of different effects you can get with it. So, you know, if yours turns out different to mine, don't be worried. It's your project. It's unique to you. Right, let's colour these buds a little bit. Right, now we have our crushed curry in the middle. And because this ink is quite pale in places, it doesn't matter if you get your watercolouring in a different place or a different shape to the original stamp, because if the ink is light enough on the stamped image, people can't tell where it's meant to be anyway. Now I am doing this a lot quicker than I normally would, just so that you guys are not here all day. And once you've watercoloured it, you can go back in while it's still wet to add deeper shades and contouring if you want, or you can let it dry and then colour over the top and go again. So it might not come out the way you want it, might not be the shade that you want it, like it might be too pale, then you can go back and do it again. Alright, so our aqua painters, we have 2 in a pack. There's a 5, which is a 0.5 tip, and the other one is a 1, I think, out of memory. I don't see a lot of difference. One just lets more water out the tip or something or other. I don't know. There's aqua painters. You know, you can use a paintbrush if you don't want to use an aqua painter. Good morning, Narelle. Lovely to have you here. So all I'm doing is starting from my base where the most of the colour is and pushing it out to the edges. And you can push it as far as you want or as little as you want. Now see, these lines are not going to go away because I did have too much ink on one edge, one side of this stamp. I think what I've done is my paper underneath my work area here is thicker in some places, so that's why I've got an uneven finish on my ink around the edges. But that's all you do. You simply just colour with the watercolour pencils and then have fun with your aqua painter pushing that ink out. So you'll see in the middle the effect much better because the ink on that section is not as dark as around this side of the stamp. So has anyone done this before? Or has anyone watercoloured before? And what do you think of it? I hope my head's not in the way. Now if you want more water to come down, you just give your aqua painter a gentle squeeze and then that will start more water flowing. Gives you a bit more of a fluid effect. See that amount, much more water has come out now. So if you are watching me live, if you like, comment and or share my video while it's live, you go into the draw for a little prize. Yes, Rails watercolouring is very relaxing. So I haven't been looking at comments. I'm too busy colouring. Because like you said, it is relaxing and you can get lost in it for a long time. It's great. You can see that effect on that middle flower. Now you really can't see much of the outside lines there. That's where my ink on my stamp was much lighter. You need to practice watercolouring more, Vicky. Yeah, it's... Some people say it's hard. Some people say it's easy. I don't really get caught up in the technical side of it. It's just like, well, it's pretty. You know, if I haven't done the right technique or it hasn't turned out like other people's have turned out, well, no one's going to know it's not meant to look that way. So I don't get caught up in that sort of stuff. So it's, well, if it's pretty, then that's fine. And the more you practice doing it, the easier it becomes, and you'll find your own little like way of doing it. There's no right and wrong way. It's like all subjective, really. Crafting, it's all subjective. And I've forgotten a green bit there. I think I need to colour in. Alright, so now I finished with the blue. I'm not going to be able to get these any lighter, I don't think. I finished with the blue now. So all you do to clean your aqua painter is just run it on some scrap paper till it's clear and then go again. Thank you for sharing, Chrissy. Right, so now I'm going to do the green leaves. Pretty much the same. Just got to be careful when you're butting up to part of the image that's already coloured in another colour, not to get any of that in your current item that you're colouring. You don't want it bleeding into the wrong area. And I have an idea on how I can fix this stamp because there's too much ink on the stamped image in places. So I'm either going to wreck it or it's going to look really good. Right. So I'm not worrying too much about shading on this image either. I want like a soft sort of look So I'm not going to worry too much about light and dark and shadows and things like that. Just simply getting some colour on the stamped image. Thank you for sharing, Ray. I've got to get the pencil and the blended pen thingy. The aqua painter or the blender pens, Errol? Blender pens are cool. I haven't shown them for a while. I might have to do that soon. Alright, so now, yes, it's a good way of colouring. Hey Sherry, I didn't see you pop in there. Thank you for joining me. Right, so now my idea, because I don't like the darkness of those lines, I'm either going to wreck it or I'm going to make it really cool, like I said. Here we go. We're going to go around the edges. So I'm just going to trace this stamp, basically, if I don't get it wrong. And then I'm going to blend that out a little bit, and hopefully that will disguise my ink, which means it's not really no line watercolouring anymore, is it? But this is how you can play around with techniques and make them your own. I might still be able to make it work. I'm just going to work that edge colour in a little bit. So I'm concentrating, I can't talk. Yes, Wedge, it is a very nice stamped colour. I'm going to do some with Stampin' Blends too, because I haven't yet. I've just been watercolouring it, because it so lends itself to watercolouring this image. Alright, so we just have a little bit more detail around there, and you can still see that stamped ink, but I'm not going to worry about that. Alright, I haven't done the centres. Let's blend our centres out. Alright, so we're just about done. I'm just going to go around and do this one as well. I don't know about the middle one. Should I do the middle one outline as well? Just wondering if maybe I shouldn't blend it. I should just leave it. Yeah, Granny Apple Green. Don't you like green, Merge? I love the Granny Apple Green. Oh, it's just that with Gorgeous Grape. Oh my god. Match made in heaven, those two colours together. A lot of the new colours, really, really pretty. So if you don't have your new ink pads yet, you must get them, because they are really, really nice. Lovely to use, and the new colours are just divine. Right, so I'm modifying this. This is no longer no, I can't talk. This is no longer going to be no line watercolouring. I'm modifying it because I don't like the amount of ink that I have around some of the stamped image. So I'm now going to do a border. But this is what we do. There's no mistakes in crafting. It's all up to your own interpretation. Everything is unique and you just modify as you go. Good morning, Lorraine. Lovely to have you here. Yes, so going back to the new ink pads, they are really, really great ink pads. I find them really easy to use. The new colours are amazing. If you don't have any of the new colours, you really need to get some. And whenever you buy ink pads, you really need to get the refill as well. Because if you find you get to a stage where, you know, you've been using your ink pad for a couple of years and then you go to get a refill and we no longer have that colour, it's like, oh, you can no longer use that ink pad because you don't have the refill. So whenever you're buying a refill, my tip is whenever you're buying ink pad, my tip is get the refill at the same time. And they're only like $5, so, you know, it's not going to break the bank. And if you're not on my newsletter, then please subscribe today because I may just have a newsletter only special regarding ink pads in my newsletter tomorrow. There's a sneaky little bit of information for you. So if you're not on my newsletter, make sure you get on there today. And yeah, I'll add the link at the bottom after I finish the video so you can find it easily. But if you go to my blog, simplystampingwithnorelle.com, on the right hand side at the top there's a link to sign up for my newsletter. So I'm going to have a newsletter exclusive offer tomorrow, so make sure you're there or you won't get it. Alright, so I've totally changed this technique, but hey, that's how I roll. So if you are just joining me, what I was doing today was the no line watercolouring technique, which is this one here. And you basically stamp your image in a really light colour. Normally Sahara sand works really well, but you do have to make sure that you stamp off a few times so that you get just a really pale outline of the stamp on your work surface. And then you just watercolour it. And it looks like you've just watercoloured the flowers with no stamp, like a freehand type of watercolouring. When I've done this one today, my ink didn't come off the stamp enough, and when I stamped I still got quite a dark line around the edge in some places. So I've now changed this technique to be something different. This is the second one. So I stamped this one first and went, oh, I don't really like that, it's a bit dark. So then I stamped again the reverse side, but then I had the issue where it was too dark over here and I couldn't see what the stamp was meant to be over here. So I think my work surface is uneven underneath, and that's why I'm not getting enough coverage in the middle and too much on the edges. So anyway, but that's how you do it. That's how you're meant to do it. But now I'm modifying this, and this is going to be now a pretty stamped and coloured image. And if you are just joining me, then please like, comment and share my video while it's live. And you're going to the draw for a little prize. I haven't sent out week before last yet. They will go into the mail this week. If anyone has any questions for me, just type them in the comments. And if I don't see them now, I will answer them later. Hello Marlene, lovely to have you here. See, I'm just playing now. But this is what I do. Now I need to refer to the stamp for this because I don't know how many lines is in the middle there. Oh my goodness. What have we got? Let's put it this way so I know. There's 2 there and I've got one going the wrong way. Ah, well, never mind. See, this middle flower is as the technique is meant to be. It is the no line colouring, but I'm now changing it. And this one I can see. So there you go. No mistakes. Something doesn't work out, you just change it on the fly. So that's it for me today, ladies. Thank you for watching. Seriously, this stamp set is a must. It covers all the seasons. It's got Christmas, it's got winter, autumn. I used this yesterday for a farmer's card. Someone said to me make a farm theme card, so I used the wheat for a farm. I can't talk, a farm themed card. It's hard to say. Yeah, so lots and lots of variety with that. So check out the class. I'll put the link below. What else did I say? Check out my newsletter. Oh, Marlene, you're on holidays. Yay. Yeah, our holiday was okay. Besides, my husband did his back in, so we cut it a little bit short, and then we weren't happy with the accommodation we were in, so we actually went somewhere else, went to another town and had a little short break there for a few days. But, you know, it's time away, and we had some lovely family time, and the first couple of days my kids struggled with having no electronics, but, you know, quickly they realised that nothing was going to change with that, and they actually got along really, really well and had a ball. So was really happy we did it. All right, so that's it. That's my no line watercolouring effect that I modified because I didn't like how it came out. So don't be afraid to change things up. If they don't work out, don't throw it away. Try and save it. All right. And really quickly, if you don't have a Christmas, if you haven't requested a holiday catalogue yet, please do so. I have them now in my hot little hands. I cannot show you, inside. Get on the mailing list to get one of these. I'll put the link below. I'm shipping these out hopefully by the end of the week. My product of the week is the Simply Show Me. Simply Show Me. My special of the week is put a $70 order in and you will get one of these for free. All right. That's it for me. I think I've covered everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back tomorrow with another project. So I'll see you then. Bye everyone. Have a great day.